And welcome to Poppy's Workshop. A little bit different today. Let me get my hands in there. The lighting on this particular camera is going to be a little bit messed up. What I have right now is just a webcam, and I'm trying to figure out how to do a two-camera shoot. So I have this camera right here, and it is on my workbench, and then I have my decent camera right on my scroll saw as usual. But what I want to do is show you what's on the workbench today, and I've got a lot going on. Kind of reminds me of the old comedy routine, Noah. You know, Noah was in his basement making the cabinet for his quadraphonic stereo, and you hear, ding, Noah. Ooh, yeah. Noah, I want you to build an ark, Noah. Right. Well, anyway, there's a whole routine on that. So let's go from there. So what I am doing is I'm going to be building a Noah's Ark, and I'm going to be using 12 species of wood here. So let's take a look at the wood. We'll look at that. Then over here, I've got a few of the cars that I'm still working on and talk about what's happening with that. And then with one of the cars there, I'm going to trim out some spacers and show you why I did what I did. And then we'll go over to the scroll saw, do a couple quick cuts to complete that thought. And then this will lead up to all this being on the live stream tomorrow. And you'll see me cut a lot of this. So let's take a look at what we got. Well, of course, we have the doves, and there's going to be two of everything here. And this particular one, I am going to stack cut the dove, and I believe that's aspen. So we have aspen. Then with canary wood, I will stack cut that as well. That is going to be the camel with canary wood. And then I just did this one here. Let me see. Man, you really can't see this. Light sucks. Oh, man. Yeah. So there's the alligator, and that is going to be made out of wenge. So let me show the other ones back again here. Let's see if I can get... Yeah, this sucks. I'm sorry. You can see the camel a little bit there. It's these LED lights that I have in this room that are really bright, and there is no adjustment for the lighting, unfortunately. Let me see if I get it in the dark here. Nope, that's tilted down a little. Yeah, I'm sorry. So there's a hippopotamus. That is Purple Heart. So this here is Purple Heart. See, I'll get that in close to the camera. You can see that. And let's get to the bloodwood. And you'll notice that on the higher Janka rated, here's the giraffes, that will be made out of bloodwood. This is like, oh, that hurts. Almost 3,000 Janka, if I remember. Zebra wood? So I think that's, or am I reversed? No, I think that's zebra wood. I'm probably wrong with that. So that'll be the hippo. Let's see if I can get a shadow on that. There we go. A little bit of a shadow there so you can see the hippo. I'll figure that light out for tomorrow. Then we have yellow heart for the lion. So let's see if I can get that. Yeah, you can't really, it's got some good color in it. Oh, this is killing me. All right, I'm going to move through these real quick then. And we got Noah right here. And he is going to be on the bird's eye maple. So there's Noah. And on the curly maple, there's Joan right there. So you got Joan on the curly maple. We got Mr. Pig. He is going to be on the cedar. And let's see, on the walnut, we have the horse. There we go. I'm going to get off this real quick. Let's see. Zebra wood, I believe, or lace wood is going to be the elephant. So you can see the pattern on that. And then comes the ark itself. This is all out of curly maple. Let's see. There is a photograph on my Facebook and on my site that is much better than what we're showing here. But I'm trying to use almost every bit of the board here and be very efficient with the use of wood. And, you know, you take a look at the camel, you'll see that actually what I did, this came from one of my Christmas nativity trees. So I'm using a lot of scrap wood. I try and save this because, you know, this high Janka stuff is fairly expensive, and you don't want to just throw out what you have. I got to be careful here that I don't spill. I've been a real klutz lately. Okay. There we go. All right. So I've already shown this in a previous video. This is the 1950s race car. So the wheels are just dry fitted, and I'll be doing the sanding on that. And it's the same thing with these. These have not been glued up or anything. Yeah, let's see, the hands aren't working. Okay, I've got one that is glued up. Here it is. So here's one that's glued up. And what you'll notice is I used an 1/8 inch spacer behind the wheel here, but I didn't really like it, all right? Because, you know, there's a space here that I don't like, you know, with the fender. So what I decided to do is go with a little bit thicker, a couple more millimeters for, yeah, you can't see it. I'm going to get over to the saw. Where's my other piece? Okay, yeah, there it is. All right. So what I'm going to do now, if you notice, I put one of the thick spacers here, and you'll see that it's almost flush. It's in just a little bit. And when you look at the profile of the car, it just looks so much better having the wheels out there. As I said, these are not glued in yet. So where'd the tire go? Oh no, I lost one. There it is. Okay, so that's what I did there. Let's get that out of the way because I still have to trim some of the pegs. But overall, this is curly maple. That one was all cherry, and then the other two are the flip-flops of curly maple fenders, cherry inside, cherry outside, and curly maple inside. So let's do this. Let's move over to the scroll saw, and I can show a little bit better. Now the exposure is so much better. So here is the piece of wood, and I just penciled in, let me get my arm above here. I just penciled in right here the fender on the outside, and I'm just going to cut it right out there, and it'll be ready. I've got 4 of these to cut. I'll just cut one, end this video at that point. But I'm still using my number 10 Pegasus blade. I'm surprised it's actually doing this well because I was ripping some Purple Heart and Bloodwood and Yellow Heart. I figured, I'll just do it with a dull blade so I have smaller pieces to work with. But it cuts this very well. around here. And accuracy on this is not super important, but I am staying within half a point of the line. I will have to sand the very edge right here because of the way the fender is. And that's the other thing that I need to do on the car. There we go. That's the other thing that I need to do on the car is actually take the fender. Oops, let me get the one here, and we'll stay on this camera. That already has it. Where is it? Oh, I'm such a dummy today. Okay, so let's get this up, this out of the way a little. Let's zoom out. Let's see, that's in. Let's go out. There we go. Okay, and as you can see, I'm wearing my heavy sweatshirt there. So that'll go in like that. That's actually a back one. And they come up a little bit. And I think that goes that way. One of these ways it fits properly. So I'll line it up with the hole and everything. But as you see, I'll have to just sand those edges real quick so that it matches in. The tire's going to hide it anyway. But now the tire is going to be flush with it, like so. So there you go. Now, one of the things that I am doing, you'll notice that, hey, he's been working on those Indy cars. He's been working on these for a little bit. Why don't you have them sanded? Why aren't they done? Well, I decided to do all my sanding at once because I clean the shop, I get all the dust out, then I do, whether it's a spray, a brush on, or a dip finish. I want to keep everything as dust-free as possible. So I figured, you know, I'm not in a rush to do anything. I might as well just group all that type of work together and, you know, have everything nice. So tomorrow I'll start cutting out Noah's Ark, and then we'll get to the sanding of that. We'll do some finish sanding on all the other cars. So over the next week, 2 weeks, I'll be working on all these projects and throw a couple others in between. I am now officially, yay, taking 2 weeks off from work. So I take this coming week off, and NATO actually has a stand down for the week of Christmas through New Year's. So I'm off until the 2nd of January, which is something that I have not done in a long time. I've put in a lot of hours this year, and I need some rest. So anyway, that's it. Tomorrow morning will be the live stream. I hope you're there. So with that, may the Lord richly bless you. Make it a great day right here at Poppy's Workshop.